Dan.
I'm Chris.
And we're GeekChic Promotions. I'm going to adjust, oh my gosh, all of the cameras all at once. Not meaning to. Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome to Nerd Rage after San Diego. We're alive, we swear. All right, we're going to bring this up, share this a few places. Also, cheers to you guys. Cheers to you, good lady.
Cheers.
Cheers to surviving San Diego.
That's right. I slept for like 2 days after I got back home. I was so tired.
It's the only way to do it.
Yeah. So
the only problem also with us, mute that. While we're working San Diego, we don't actually get to see the announcements. So it's like we get home, we sleep for 2 days, and then we watch all the announcement stuff. So actually,
which means like I don't want people to think like, or have like FOMO because they're not there because they see all this stuff happening online. Because I will be honest with you, even being there,
you don't see all that. You don't see any of that.
Yeah.
Like
unless you want to wait like 8 hours in line for Hall H.
Even like, what's crazy now? Isn't there a lottery and then you also have to wait in line? Like no.
So to me, it's like I don't. Yeah. Oops. So yeah. So don't feel bad if you weren't there. I mean, it is a lot of fun, obviously, because, you see people that you haven't seen in a million years, but other than that, not too much is happening.
It's a whole lot of work, whole lot of running into strollers, a whole lot of... I'll always bring back those GD strollers.
Running into you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nipping at your ankles.
Yep.
So.
There we go. Now we're straightened out. All right, good.
There we go. All right.
Yes. So hello. First of all, I just showed Chris the Picard trailer. So let's start on Picard.
Okay.
I have not seen any of the behind the scenes at the panel or anything like that. But all I know is that online everyone was blowing up of how like, oh, it's so bad, blah blah blah, like getting like all this. I was trying not to read too much because I didn't want to like spoil the trailer for me. But people seemed upset about it, but I'm pretty excited about it.
I have no idea why.
I have no idea why.
Like, I literally just watched it right before we started this stream, because I hadn't seen it yet either. And
yo, what's up, Sal?
It's pretty legit to me.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, when Picard says engage, lost my shit.
Okay, and it's funny. Okay, so everybody's complaining about that one, but everything I heard about the Top Gun trailer that was premiered there with like Tom Cruise, everyone went insane. Everybody had tears in their eyes. I watched the Top Gun trailer and I was like, yeah, that was okay.
Things happened. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. Don't get me wrong, because I've actually read the script and it's really good, and I'm very stoked, but like it did not bring me to tears. However, when you watch Picard, I mean, come on, that's like,
it's so good.
You've got like Data coming back. You've got like,
yep,
it's
7
just
of 9
awesome.
is there.
7
It's
of 9
great.
is there.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's absolutely awesome.
Greg Moore says, "Good afternoon, beautiful young ladies."
Hello.
Hi, Greg. Good to see you, buddy.
Hello.
Yeah, we're talking about first the Picard trailer. I'm super stoked. Some people are like, oh, it has the same flavor as Discovery. I'm like, well,
okay.
yeah, it's still CBS, so yes, it's gonna go a little darker. We already have Orville, like that's fine.
Yeah, it's
like,
still Star Trek.
It's still So.
But also, I mean, it's Picard.
It's like, Picard.
What the heck?
I have all of my faith in Sir Patrick Stewart to choose an amazing. I'm all on board. As soon as he said he was on it, I was like, done. I don't even need to watch trailers. It's gonna be awesome. So on board.
Yeah.
And like it looks great. And like even the beginning of the trailer, because obviously they changed the timeline a little bit, but you're like, damn, it was almost 20 years ago that Data sacrificed himself in the last movie.
Yeah. Yikes. It doesn't really feel that way until I think about like where I lived when I saw that movie. You know how sometimes you get like a vision of what movie theater you saw the movie in, and you're like, oh my god.
Barry Montpelier.
Yeah.
That's where I
was
saw
like,
it.
Wow. Like I think I saw that at the theater that's no longer open in Chicago. Like that's kind of crazy. Yeah, but it's really cool.
How cool is it?
It's a good time to be alive,
right?
guys.
Okay, we get specifically Star Trek Next Generation, right? Because if you guys haven't seen Chaos on the Bridge, which is an amazing documentary on Netflix, which is I had no idea because I was so obsessed with that show growing up to the point where like my mom and dad would make dinner, so we would sit down right at 7 p.m. for like the whole thing, and I had no idea there's so many problems, but like that show barely got made, and the fact that like 30 years later, like we're getting more TV shows and more movies with the original cast, like
yeah, with the original cast. That's an important thing.
Riker and Deanna Troi have already said that they're going to be on it. I'm so excited. I'm on board. Like the only reason I held on to my CBS All Access, but it's just it's a good time to be a nerd. It's a good time.
It is.
But especially like an original, like seeing all this happen, because like I can't imagine for these kids that are seeing the Picard show coming out, they're like, oh, okay, like that guy that plays Jean-Luc.
Yeah,
in
they
that
don't know.
old
They don't know.
show. You don't know. Let's get all old and crotchety about it. You kids. And your AR.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Here we go. So Chad, he has a note about the Picard trailer. He says, Picard trailer showed just enough without giving away too much. As a child of the 80s, IDW are putting out some great Star Trek comics right now. Yes, Top Gun trailer was kind of but maybe it's a good thing. Yeah, that's true too.
Marcus.
Screw you, Marcus, trying to get us all nerd rage. He says, is Yoda going to be in it? Shut up. We love you. Bye.
Marcus knows better, guys.
Yes, he does. Don't attack him.
Don't troll him.
Don't troll him. He's trolling us. You see what's... Don't troll the troll. It's just the inception of the trolls.
Okay, so now that we've gotten all excited about Picard, though.
Yes, okay. Let's talk about Thor, guys.
You guys...
I'll let you start this off. I'm going to drink my wine for a minute.
I was less than happy at the announcement of Natalie Portman, who is going to be a female Thor. And I will tell you why. And it is because, not that I disagree with a female Thor.
Because it's already in the comics.
It's in the comics. It's fine. Natalie Portman basically did that movie and then disavowed anything to do with like the rest of the movie. She would not make appearances. She would not promote it. And I know this because I was involved in a promotion where she canceled. And she just did not want to have anything to do with these Marvel movies. And now all of a sudden that they're huge, a decade later, she's just like, oh, maybe, oh, of course I'll come back now. And that I don't like. I don't like that at all. Don't like it. I liked her in the movie, but then she was crappy afterwards, and so I'm not on board with her.
Sorry, Marcus just said, is Yoda going to be in Thor?
God damn it, Marcus.
Come on, man. All right, here's my issue. It's very similar. I like Natalie Portman in very specific roles.
Yes.
Hilariously enough, I find the best chemistry she's ever had on screen is when she was 12 in The Professional. That
Agreed.
is the most charismatic she has ever been.
How did we like her as Queen Amidala? Somebody, anybody, tell me. Did anyone think she was spectacular?
I don't.
No, she was just there.
George said, it's called Disney, $$. Eric, hola, from Mexico. Good to see you, buddy.
And Heather. Hello, Heather.
Oh, hi, Heather. Hi. So, yeah, we're talking about Natalie Portman as the new Thor.
I'm just not on board. Guys, I'm wearing my Thor necklace.
Bam.
My,
we love
my
Thor.
Stonebringer, and because I love Thor, and I just I wanted to nerd rage about this because actually I did not know it had been announced, and Marcus actually texted me, and I was completely upset.
It's like, and day ruined.
Upset. And I nerd raged about it for a good 20 minutes to those in my immediate vicinity who were staring at me like I was nuts. Like,
she
was
just had to come to us booth like, another thing!
Like, what?
About Natalie Portman!
Yeah,
I tell you what! I give her 1-4. What? Like just yelling at
And now I'm an old lady in the Middle Ages.
God! Because you're in a castle. I can't help it.
Oh yeah. All right, makes sense. I'll allow it.
Oh yeah, so Heather also agrees with us. No. Yes. She's gonna be the new Thor, and like, yes, it should be a lady, but this does feel like that time of like, oh, I have friends that are women. I'm so into this.
I'm on board.
I'm on board. It's like.
No, that's not how it goes, guys. You could be okay with a female Thor. I just don't want it to be Natalie Portman.
No, again, I'm sure she's a lovely lady.
Yes, and also related, don't like Angelina Jolie in any superhero film.
Okay.
No.
All right. Yes.
No.
Okay. Let's talk about this, because this is like, yes, if you have superpowers, maybe, but when you're supposed to be a gunslinging badass and your arm is thinner than the barrel of the gun,
yes.
No, I'm sorry.
This is like
you can't hold the gun.
This is like Daenerys Targaryen in Terminator all over again, guys.
Like
it's like why are we doing this? Like, I'm sorry, but she is a mom of 9. And I know I'm not supposed to take that into consideration when watching her performance on the screen, but I also really didn't like her in the other movie she was in. I keep wanting to say Kick-Ass. Not Kick-Ass. The other...
Wanted.
Thank you, Wanted.
That's the one I was referring to.
Did not like her in Wanted at all.
Well, I mean, Wanted was just a terrible garbage fire of
yes, but I feel like it could have been better if they had...
It could have been better if A, they cast it correctly, or B, I don't know, did the actual comic book.
Also true.
Just saying, instead of just the first scene.
Oh yeah, that whole weaving thing.
The weaving.
Like the
what?
Weaving,
Make it about villains. Make it rated X. I don't
So-
care, but do it right, or just don't do it. All right, sorry. We are getting into it today.
Yeah.
George says, now they're going to have her in the costume, but are they going to have a more athletic, bigger female to be the actual female Thor, like in the comics? I don't know, George. I mean, I would have rather somebody...
Are they gonna bulk up Natalie Portman and Angelina Jolie? Marcus.
God damn it, Marcus. You're right, Marcus.
Oh,
that moms are the real superheroes. So turn that against us.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So this
1 point for Marcus.
Yes.
But
So Heather asks, how are they justifying this? So I think in the comics it is her character that turns
Jane does turn into Thor, and of course she's coming back. But I was like, you know what? Replace her.
I know, like they did in
I'd be
Batman.
fine.
Nobody cared in Batman when it was like
Just replace
whole
her.
new like what
Like,
are the
are they gonna bulk her up like in the comics where she's like, honest to
I'm sorry,
God,
there's no way you can bulk up that
Natalie
little frame.
Portman?
There's no way.
Like, I don't even think she's gonna. Even
No,
if they
she would-
wanted her to, she'd be like, nope. Like an Angelina Jolie, same thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know if she has to be bulked up in the Eternals. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Well, that's the thing too. Like,
regardless.
so we always get into this. I actually do nerd about this quite often about like, well, if they have superpowers, I don't mind if they're slender as long as they're still like muscular,
yeah, fit.
not just like.
Yeah, like they could be broken at the like gust of a wind.
Yeah.
like Angelina Jolie could be. Like, and Natalie Portman, she's got potential to be, okay with that, but I just don't think she's gonna.
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. Maybe she's just gonna step up to us haters hating on it and just be like, okay, fine, here we go.
But
Maybe.
will she? Because she was the one who didn't want to have anything to do with the movies anyway.
That's
So
true.
clearly
yeah,
she
what are you
disregards the
doing?
fan
Like,
base.
why does she want to?
Yeah. They offered her a lot of money. And they were like, and she was like, oh, well, superhero movies, they're kind of dominating the box office these days. What has she done lately? Aronofsky's bullshit? Artsy stuff?
Artsy.
Oh, good Lord, we don't want to slum it in the superhero universe. That's how I picture her to be, by the way. I don't know that for sure, but that's how I picture her.
Marcus says, don't we think she will be a stand-in while Thor hangs out with the
Guardians of the Galaxy?
I
Maybe.
thought that the Valkyrie was going to be the stand-in and like take care of you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, she is in there, by the way,
Yes.
Valkyrie, which she would make a much better Thor.
she's pretty
But-
cool in Your Highness.
She did. She was actually pretty good in Your Highness.
True. George disagrees with me. He says that Angry Chris rules.
Yes.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Pretty much why we started the show.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I'm just not on board. I'm trying to like wrap my head around it with both of them.
Again, okay.
And I just
obviously we're not sexist, and also it's not like we're skinny shaming at all. It's just to match
skinny
what
shaming.
it like.
didn't do that be a thing.
Yes, it is because
If I were to be skinny shamed, I'd be so lucky. I'd be so lucky. That's not an advocate for like losing weight or anything like
oh my god, we're going so
like
dark
anorexia
today.
or anything like
Oh,
that. I'm
God.
not for it. I'm just saying, good Lord, Angelina Jolie is like a twig, guys, and I don't know. And she's
People are hitting the left.
she's older. She's like, isn't she like? She's
Yes,
my age.
She's your age.
I could not be a superhero. Like, once upon a time, guys, I was like, if the zombie apocalypse happened, I could kick some butt. I honestly did feel that. Now, I'm like, no, I'd have to find someone who could kick some butt and stand behind them. Like, honestly, like, there's no way. I'm too old for that shit.
Start writing the script right now for her fighting zombies. She's like, oh, God, I'm too old to go. Get out of here.
My knee hurts. I can't go upstairs that well anymore. Just, got a bad shoulder. You know. Like, I feel like that's Angelina Jolie. Like, she's in her mid-40s. She's
I'm looking forward to Maleficent 2.
Yeah, I mean, she's great in that.
She's great in that.
She's great in that. Yeah.
Off topic for the win.
Oh, God, you guys.
Did you get to watch the Won't You Be My Neighbor trailer? Now that's a trailer to make you cry.
Okay, I saw some people hating on Tom Hanks. They think that Tom Hanks is just...
He is a national treasure.
I know.
I will fight anybody.
So they said that, like, Tom Hanks was not playing Mr. Rogers, like, the way Mr. Rogers was, and it looked like it was a put-on act. Like, he was just almost, like, fake kind, whereas Mr. Rogers had, like, a true authenticity.
I 100% disagreed. I mean, just from that trailer, it was
okay.
like we were looking at...
First of all, we saw the trailer
Mr. Rogers
on the computer, like, last week, and I cried. And then
it's Yoda in Maleficent.
Marcus, stop it. Stop trolling us. But they had the trailer in front of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I cried again.
Oh, I need to see that movie too. We'll put a pin in that.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I am on board with the Mr. Rogers thing. I'll probably cry the whole way through it.
Oh, 100%.
Because that is like my childhood. Like, what the heck? That's, I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway. P.S. All evil queens are skinny bitches. True.
Wait, hold on. Don't forget about Ursula. Don't you forget about Ursula. Hold on. There was this amazing comedian. She did this whole bit about Ursula saying, like, she's a shape-shifting witch, and she chose to live her best life in that glorious, like, voluptuous body. Like, maybe she's not the villain. She's teaching this 16-year-old girl that it takes more than just, like, this, that, the other to attract a man. Like, all good. Like, she has a whole great bit about it.
She's not really a villain. She's like... I mean, if they framed her differently...
Heather's like, she's part octopus.
She is part octopus. But also...
Oh, hey, Eric. Long time no see, buddy.
I feel like she could be the best friend that everybody needs to have. Where they're like, hey, I'll support you if you really want to do this, but I'm just going to tell you it's not going to work out. Like, but if you really want to do it, okay.
Okay, sorry. To go back to talking about Mr. Rogers, because George made a really good point. This resurgence of Mr. Rogers just shows what garbage people we are.
Yeah.
Yes, is that we need him right now in this whole awful society, and everything is awful that's happening in the world, politically, socially, everything. So good call, good sir. Because we need Mr. Rogers back.
I hope they don't show the parts where people were protesting against Mr. Rogers, because that part of the documentary that I saw broke my heart, because people were just... Oh, we're just crap people.
Just crap people, because God forbid he accepts, black people, gay people, everybody on his show, and tries to teach people that.
Yep. And then everybody thought he was gay, but he wasn't. He was married with children, and he spoke very slowly and succinctly, because
deliberately,
he wanted people to slow down and think about things and be better people. And so they were like, "Oh, he's gay," and it's like.
God forbid, you're a nice person.
Yeah, right? Anyway.
But back to, Heather also said, hashtag preach Ursula. Yes.
Right?
She's just living her best life under the sea.
I'd like to think I'd be an Ursula.
Okay, yeah, of evil witches, who would we be? Ursula? I mean, that's a pretty good life. Just under the sea, chilling out.
Yeah, I'm not...
I'm not Cruella de Vil. I'm definitely not that flavor.
No. I don't
but also skinny bitch.
Puppies. Also skinny bitch. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, like, basically, it's really just Ursula is the only, like, non...
Yeah.
Anyways. Oh, shoot, we're skinny shaming again.
I'm not going to say I'm happy not being skinny, but I'm also... I mean, I have nothing against skinny people. That's all I'm going to say.
I I have skinny friends.
I hate you all. All of you. Is Yoda his neighbor asking for a friend?
Okay, Marcus. I'm enjoying this callback trolling for the whole stream. I'm on board.
Also, though, if Yoda was Mr. Rogers' neighbor, they'd be
the best duo ever. He would
be
just
in
sit on his little
Dagobah.
shoulder.
Wouldn't they be in Dagobah then? And can you imagine Mr. Rogers in Dagobah?
Well, no, it's just there's the whole neighborhood, right? And then there's just the swamp. We're in Dagobah.
It's just kind of, it's like the neighborhood next door.
Yeah,
to
it's
the
just
swamp.
the Dagobah system.
Anyway, we're getting off topic here. I can't even remember where
You guys also missed it, but when we were starting the Nerd Rage, before we actually hit record, we started going, Nerd Rage, Nerd Rage, it's time for Nerd Rage, let's get our Nerd Rage on.
It's true, we're doing
We did that. We hadn't even had our wine yet.
Nope. Well, we had a little wine.
Yeah, a little bit. Ubikita, just for fun.
Yeah. But that was, so here's the thing. I feel like no matter what news comes out of San Diego Comic-Con, I feel like people are going to be unhappy with it, or people are going to be completely ecstatic. Like, there's never, like...
There's no in between.
Middle ground
well,
of, like...
I feel like so far with the trailer that you were talking about with, what was it? Top Gun? What was it?
Yeah, Top Gun.
Top Gun, where you're just like, somebody else commented the same thing, like, alright, I didn't even see it. Guys, I didn't even hear about it, so...
I think, like, and obviously Top Gun was a very big part of my life simply because I think that was the first time I ever saw anybody French kiss on TV.
Shocker.
Yeah, I know. It was very shocking. But I did watch it, like, we rented it on our VCR, and I watched it, like, 3 times because it was so good. And so it was definitely a part of my life, but I didn't really ask for this reboot, but...
We never do,
no,
do we?
we never do. Not a reboot, a continuation.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think it's done very well. I think they've aged the characters appropriately. I think the Tom Cruise love interest of, is it, what's her name? No, it's not her. It's Jennifer. Can't remember. Marcus, this is where you should come in. But, you know, the chick from Labyrinth. What the heck is her name? Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly,
oh,
yes.
Okay. So... I think she's like an appropriate love interest for him. Like, she's not too young, not too old.
Yeah.
Like I think they're doing it right. And I really like, you know, they didn't really show, though, what the movie was kind of about. It was more so like a celebration of, like, Maverick's back. Woo!
Yeah.
But, and what's he been doing with his life? It's been a long time. He's not where he should be. Why not? And it was like that instead of the actual story of what this movie is about. So that's why I'm like, if people are getting all pissed off at Picard, which actually told what the the movie is actually going to be about, like, I don't understand. Like, everyone just freaked out with joy at Top Gun, and it told us absolutely nothing.
Well, so the other thing I was going to also say about the Picard movie, did anybody else get such hard Logan feels where it's like a young woman who tries to find him, and like it's like, you are the only person.
I did.
But
and then I had to like retrack. I'm like, oh wait, that was X-Men.
Yeah, like,
need to like this is Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For our idea with Dagobah System being a part of the neighborhood, Marcus says he's already emailed Joe Whitmore that suggestion. As long as we get credit, Marcus,
well,
good. Go green.
Probably won't get credit. I'm just gonna put that out there right now.
No. No.
But you all heard it here first.
Yes, you did.
This will be up on YouTube. We can reference it.
Yeah. Bam.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, San Diego was a blast, but it's crazy. You don't get to see much. You don't hear anything. And that's the thing, is that's why Hall H has never interested me, because I can just watch it on my laptop when I get home, or back to my hotel room, versus like...
Yeah, standing in that line and waiting. Yeah, honestly.
And also, okay, so let's talk about this really quick. You're standing in line waiting just so you can get a seat that's probably like 400 feet from the stage, if you're lucky. And then, like, yeah, there's some screens, but you can't really, I mean, you're not involved in it.
By the way, I thought it was hilarious because a lot of people were going to go see the Kevin Smith panel, you know, for the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, which, by the way, I don't know if anybody has watched that trailer, but it's garbage. It is garbage.
Sorry,
it's
Legion M.
Yeah, that's, it's sad. It's just, they're, like, old, and they're kind of doing the same shtick, and it was like... nothing was really that funny.
Yeah.
And it just looked, it was a very sad thing where I was like, oh man, you guys should have just left it alone.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I know a lot of people who waited a good amount of time to get into that room just so they could see Kevin Smith. Now, Kevin Smith, who loves comics, was out and about.
Yeah.
You could catch him and take a selfie. He had no problems with any of
that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no problems finding him anywhere. It's like you could just like turn a corner and boom, there he is. Like, honest to God, and for the amount of people that waited to get into that panel just to see him as an ant.
Yeah, and
on the freaking stage. I was like, what? So, anyway, so Eric asked what our favorite moments were.
Yeah, that was what I was going to lead into. So, Eric, excellent. What were our favorite moments from San Diego Comic-Con? Go.
Honestly, I think for me, it's running into people that I haven't seen in like years. So, I feel like I bumped into a whole slew of people that I had not talked to in just at least 5 years.
Yeah.
Because everybody makes it out for San Diego, but like other shows, it's very difficult. Like people got to save their money and pick and choose. And so that was great. And I felt incredibly popular because literally everywhere I was every night, I was getting 10 text messages of people going like, where are you? Where are you?
Want to see you.
Yes, I want to see you.
She's best.
Yes, and so it was pretty great. I really enjoyed seeing people. I stayed out way too late, got too little sleep, but generally enjoyed myself a great deal. So
excellent. I would say mine is a little cheesier and sappier just because this was my 10th, and I was really excited to be working at this new job with Aftershock Comics, and I had this moment where, because I've never worked with a comic book publisher before, I never thought I would, but when I'd walk into these rooms of these meetings and these meetups with retailers and other publishers and the Diamond Summit, and like I knew so many people there and they were excited to see me, and I could tell like there was one specific moment within that like just warmth and gloriousness. My friend Timmy, who owns Arsenal Comics up in not only Thousand Oaks but also has a Ventura, well, so originally Ventura location, but now he has a Thousand Oaks location as well. I met him 4 years ago on a little sci-fi TV show called Geeks Who Drink, and after 4 years, here we are where he's like owns 2 comic book shops, and now I'm actually in meetings with him and doing all this kind of stuff, and it was just so wonderful and mind-blowing. And then again, obviously, like running into people, like I really wanted to hang out with Ming Chen, and I just happened to run past him while I was going to a meeting. And
he was on his way to the Gentle Giant party when I ran into him, which was hilarious because he was like, what, aren't you coming to the Gentle Giant party? Because we have Gentle Giant statue literally bursting out of our booth.
Yeah.
And they came over to see it, and we talked with them, and I was like, they didn't invite us.
Yeah, that's cool.
He was appropriately incensed for me, which I appreciated. But also I was like, it's fine.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's okay.
But yeah, I walked past all her to the room, and I was like, oh, Ming Chen, hugs!
So he was on our Nerd Rage last year at San Diego Comic-Con Live, so that was really good to see him.
Yes.
So, yeah. For sure.
He's always a delight, good sir.
Yep.
It was funny, actually, at this Nerd Rage that we did at San Diego Comic-Con this year, he like chimed in. Like, I think it was actually literally right after I told the story of running into him, and he's like, her friends were like, oh, I love your friend. So yeah, it's seeing friends, it's making new friends. So for a random story for me, like making a new buddy is I had like a little window of time to grab lunch, as we all do. And by lunch, I mean, it was probably like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And I was like, I want like 2 tacos from the bar. Like, that's all I want. I'm just going to sit, have a drink, have 2 tacos, and then run to the next thing. And I saw a seat open at the bar, and I ran. I was like, sweet nectar, seat. Bam, sat down. And the dude next to me looks at me and was like, oh, I was like, basically like, I'm saving it for somebody. And I just gave the eyes, just like, oh, please don't. Like, I just want to sit. I was like, I swear I'll get up when your friends get. I just need to eat. And he's like, oh, okay. And then we started chatting, and like Andrew's amazing, and like we became best friends, and like chatted each other up, and like met up again for like a drink later on that day to like just nerd out and just get really aggressive to the point where there's one dude next to us who was just laughing, and we realized he was just laughing at us getting so nerdy.
Yeah, that was when I ran into I ran into oh God, I'm totally blanking. It's the wine. Kylo Ren pushing a baby stroller with twins in it.
And it starts again.
Yeah, and I was like,
are they Luke
like,
and Leia?
full costume, mask on, just like looking very imposing and pushing a double stroller.
Yes.
And I was like, but, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is...
Nailed it.
Yeah, weird.
I also saw an amazing giant gizmo.
Oh, yeah. And I
Yeah.
saw the giant, oh, God. This is what happens.
Yeah.
Why I can't remember anything. The big white dude from Big...
From Big?
Big Ten.
What? I'm gonna tell the drug people.
Never mind. Okay, so we have somebody from Egypt on YouTube saying hello to us, which
Hello.
is amazing.
That's incredible. Thanks
Yes.
for joining us,
So
just
it's
nerding
pretty
out.
Awesome. Yeah, we have quite a few people. So
Fabulous.
yes, and our week is going very well.
Yes, we're slowly but surely. I don't even feel like I'm rested up yet from San Diego.
Me
But getting
neither.
there, getting there.
Getting there.
I feel like Monday I'll be like, all right,
Yes.
good to go, right
We're
before the
good.
next con. What's your next con, by the way?
New York Comic Con, I think, is my next one. So
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have before New York Comic Con for Aftershock. I'm going to be at Rose City Comic Con in Portland.
Portland.
So I'm excited. Never been to Portland.
It's a very tiny show, but very lovely.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, I've been to it. It's nice.
Steve Orlando is going to be there as well, who's one of our creatives, and we got to hang out at San Diego. And like, I feel like we're friends. Maybe not, but I'll say it online right now. I feel like we're friends. But I'm going to schedule him for some panels and do some other stuff. So and then Dragon Con just for fun. So you're
My
not.
boss told me he wanted me to go to Dragon Con for the company, and I said no.
No, because it doesn't make sense for you guys to go. No. I'll take pictures of the show floor
But he
and show
heard it
you.
was a great time. He heard it was so great.
I'm sure he wants to go for all the alcohol and scantily clad ladies.
Remember, he doesn't have to work it.
That's also true. But that's the thing. It's a party con. There's like one show floor that's not even, is 3 blocks away from the actual convention.
I
so.
told him no. I told him. Anyway.
Then New York Comic Con. So we'll actually be, again, at another convention that we're not working
Wow.
together.
Wow. I haven't been to New York Comic Con in years, so it's going to be a treat.
Yeah, last year was my first time in like 8. It was grand.
But anyway, it's time for us to go.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's totally time for us to go. We go a little long because we love you guys. So, yeah, we both are good for next weekend, right?
Yes.
All right. Same bat time, same bat channel. And if there's anything you guys see in the geek pop culture news coming up, just, comment or post on our page, send us a message, and we'll definitely add it into the queue of what we're going to talk about next week.
Absolutely.
So, guys, thank you again for joining. Cheers for our last little sip of wine.
Cheers.
And we will see you all next week. Bye, guys.